Today, I want to assign a different type of project, and this will build upon the skills that you've already learned. And the best way I could describe it, I'm actually going to play you a tutorial because I think that's the best way to describe it. And that tutorial is called Create a Story. So I'm going to start this tutorial and talk to you after.
You can use Scratch to tell a story, create a conversation, switch scenes, or do whatever else you can imagine. To get started, let's pick a background. I'll go with the witch house. Now let's pick a sprite. I'll pick the wizard. Let's have our character say something. I'll have my character say, "Welcome to Magic School." I'd like to add another character, so I'll choose another sprite. This time, I'll pick the elf. It looks like the elf isn't facing the wizard, so I'll change the way they're looking. Let's go to the Costume tab and choose Flip Horizontal, so the costume is now flipped to face the wizard. Let's make a conversation. I'll add a say block to the elf sprite. I'll make this character say, "I'm going on a quest." Let's click the green flag to see what happens. They both speak at the same time, so let's go ahead and add a wait block before the elf speaks. I'll make this 2 seconds. Let's have the characters change scenes. I'll add another background. This time I'll choose mountain. I'll reselect the elf sprite and go back to the coding area. Let's have the characters start at the witch house, wait 4 seconds, which is how long the conversation is, and then switch to the mountain backdrop. Finally, what if we don't want the wizard to be in the mountain scene? Let's go back to the wizard sprite and add a when backdrop switches to block. I'll set it to mountain and make the wizard hide. Let's try it out. Looks good. Now let's replay the project. The wizard doesn't show up at all. That's because we've hidden it. So what we'll need to do is add a show block at the top of the script so that whenever someone replays the project, the wizard will show first. Click the green arrow to see this code again and explore what else you might add to your story.
Task is going to be to create your own story. And basically, there are going to be some very loose requirements. I want to see at least 3 different backgrounds, so 3 different settings, locations, and at least 2 people interacting, each saying at least one thing in each of the backgrounds or settings. One thing I want to point out to you is that you do have access to all of these, what are called sprites. So you can do animals, you can do people, you have all kinds of options. So for the animated name project, you had letters, but obviously it can be a whole bunch of other stuff. And then, of course, if you recall, there was also backdrops that you could use. So, for example, let's just say you were going to do something regarding space. You can have somebody leaving the Earth, traveling through space, and then maybe landing on the moon. That could be, a story right there. Now, obviously, you can do more than 3 settings and more than 2 people for each setting, but that is the minimum. So good luck. If you have any questions, let me know. And happy scratching.